Monday, we're here with the New York, the Venus Project meeting with Tom Piozek and Lillian Hogel, with Julio Herrera, the New York point of contact, and we're discussing our second New York TVP meeting that we're trying to structure with all our collective efforts. And we have Lillian Hogel here, and she's going to give us her 6 statements that are going to be handed to Dr. Moskowitz. He's going to help us further with some survey that he's going to take and distribute and help us try to spread awareness through his efforts. So if Lillian, you can go ahead and give us.
Okay. So most of them, I kind of wanted to focus on things that Bernie supporters would be interested in, because I feel like his political revolution that he's starting right now is really important. And if you have kids and young people excited about these things and you present them as like a main aspect of the Venus Project, that could be very helpful in getting like a backing. So the first one I wanted to emphasize is how Jacques talks about how the 10 years to change the face of the planet. I think that's really important because people need a timeline. Like if you tell people, you know, we're going to gradually work on this and maybe in like the next 200 years we'll have like something underway. So I think if you really want like people to get behind it, you need to tell them that it's possible and that you know, they could see something like this in their lifetime, because people are very short-sighted when it comes to stuff like this. So I think that's very important, and that's the first one I have written down. The second one that I think would be really big for young people to get behind was in the Zeitgeist film. They talked a lot about the different transportation systems and like changing to renewable energies and things like this. And I think emphasizing your ability to travel and have renewable energy and preserving resources and the environment is really important. I remember I'm talking about something like having lunch in like New York and dinner in Paris or something like that. And I think that kind of mobility is very important to people, especially people that can't afford it otherwise. So I think that could be a good point. Another one would be the elimination of the monetary system. I think that's something you really need to explain because that scares a lot of people, because that's something we've been using for centuries, for pretty much all of human history except for like hunter-gatherer stuff. So I think you really need to explain the resource-based economy and how it would work and how people would be able to survive without money. So like how you would have technology taking over the different jobs that it can, and how like food would be free and different things like that. I think that's really important. The third point is equality and how this is something that would spread throughout the world. So it wouldn't just be, you know, first world countries that would benefit from this. It would be a focus on distributing resources throughout the world so everyone has an equal or about equal standard of living, and that there would be no more borders. I think that's also really big, because I think as a society, a lot of people are starting to grow out of borders, and I've taken different courses on that and how they're kind of becoming outdated with like the internet and things like that. So I think that's a really important point to focus on. My fourth one is how healthcare, education, shelter, and food would be a human right, because I think that's something a lot of like millennials and Bernie supporters and people in like the Occupy Wall Street movement are very passionate about, is how healthcare and education, food and shelter have kind of become a privilege that only very few have access to, that's actually like quality. Not a lot of people have access to quality education, especially in the United States, and that's something we don't pay a lot of attention to. So I think that's a really good point, just like basic life necessities as a human right instead of something you have to have money to buy. And then the sixth one would be how like well-being and self-actualization and reaching potential is the focus of the Venus Project, rather than having to work a job you may or may not like for the rest of your life to, you know, retire when you're really old and hardly have any time to do anything with the rest of your life. So I think focusing on how people, their lives would become based around what they love and what they're passionate about, and emphasizing that you would no longer have to go into certain occupations or certain careers because that's where money is. So those are the 6 points that I think are really important. I haven't written up big or written paragraphs on them yet, but those are the 6 I was thinking that most stuck out to me, and that's why I became interested in the Venus Project. So
Lily,
that's what I know.
did you wrote that on paper or did you write it on the computer?
I wrote it on paper. I can type it up and send it to you guys if you want.
Yeah, that would be great. If if you can type that up, if you don't have to elaborate on each
Yeah.
point, just like short and succinct, all 6 of them, so that we can even have a hangout where we discuss each of the points and what we like about it and elaborate on each point.
Yeah,
Would you guys want to start would you want to start a Google Doc so we can all contribute to it and see it and?
I was just about to suggest that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do you want to just put in our chat on Facebook, just put everyone's emails and I can start one and send it out?
Well, we have a Google Drive. We can work on the Google Drive that we have, right, Tom? The one that we share already.
Which one?
The one that we already have, the regular Google Drive. That we just share it, the Google Drive.
Can you send a link to it for me? Because I don't think I've used it in a while.
The one that we use for the Venus Project, the Google Doc. We just Google Doc and we share it, and we can all just one person has ownership, and we can all look at it. So we have to prep it to turn it into the doctor.
Well, maybe we should do it just for our group, so that it's just for us, the people that are in the New York team.
Right. And I was gonna say, if we prep it between all of us, right? All of us look at it, and however we want to compose it, and then run it through TVP admin before we give it to the doctor. So that way we can all be on the same page. Because what he's trying to do is, emphasize 6 statements that you would want the whole world to know. Because remember how I told you his experiment was that he took I don't know if you know too much about this, but he worked with a couple of companies, and he drastically increased their profit margin through this certain way he formulated some products, and he increased the revenue. So he's thinking that maybe he can increase awareness with the same formula drastically, instead of increasing revenue, he would increase awareness. So 6 strong statements that you would want everyone to really increase awareness drastically. So we have to prep it and get it approved before we turn it into him.
Does he want paragraphs or just a couple sentences? 6?
He said 6 elements were his exact words.
Well, that's pretty vague. I mean,
6 paragraphs, he said. 6 paragraphs, 6 elements.
So basically, you got your 6 points that you made, and add 3 or 4 sentences for each point to make a paragraph.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make it concise.
Yeah, concise, just elaborating on each point, why you chose that.
Right. And then give it to him through email or whatever, or Google Doc it, and that's it. And maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw in my email in here so Lily can see it when you make that document.
He's also working with another. I guess his assistant, and he takes it and he does all he's got to do with it, and then it takes a while. So it's something on the back burner that I'll follow up on it as it goes, and I'll let you know. First we got to get that to him. So that's an ongoing experiment on the side there. So he's got to draw it up and do his thing. But first we got to get that to him. So before it even starts. But welcome, Lily. It was nice to meet you. And
yeah, you too. I can stay on if you have more to talk about.
Yeah. Tom, you said you got this thing with the.
Yeah, I got Lily. Before you go, I wanted to show you some paperwork for a possible you might be able to present the Venus Project at some street fairs that are going on in New Jersey. But I scanned in the paperwork so we could also look at it and have a list of dates so we could decide like what date would be the best for us, and then we can apply as a nonprofit to try to present the Venus Project at one of these street fairs. But I'm not sure how to get these documents over to you guys. Should I send it to each of your individual emails?
Well, yeah. What's going? Well, they're going through the process of this email right now, man. This I don't know. You probably have you seen Sasso yet?
Nah, hold on. I'm gonna just send it from my personal email to you guys. I'm gonna just load it up, send it to you right now, so we can take a look at it and discuss it.
You can send it to my personal email box if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Give me like 2 minutes.
Oh, you want to? Where is Brian?
Well, I don't know. We'll just have to recap with him.
Let me.
Julio, what's your personal email address?
Julio Her, JulioHerr
Uh-huh.
at optonline.net. optonline.net.
All right, gotcha. And Louis, what's yours?
Lillian, Lillian,
Uh-huh.
Hogle @gmail.com.
Okay.
So what is it you're sending us?
There are 3 documents that I got in the mail from these street fair guys. Basically, like an organization that puts together street fairs in New Jersey, like in different towns, and they have artists, craftsmen, retailers, and nonprofit organizations there, and basically people get together. It's like a big festival type of event where artists and craftsmen and retailers sell their goods to customers, and nonprofit organizations, present their stuff. So I sent it out. Let me know if it got to you guys.
I didn't get nothing. Oh, you mean like my email? But hold on a second. I'll get it. Hold on. Oh, I can look at my phone. See that.
Yeah, the headline says it didn't go through. Lillian, can you type your email into the chat box?
Who, me?
I sent it on the Facebook.
All right.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah, it came back.
Oh.
Hey, Tom, did you see the logo I put in the email box? Did you see it?
No, not yet. I didn't see that yet.
I emailed it to you on the New Jersey email box.
Julio, you should have gotten it. You should have gotten the documents because it didn't come back. You got it?
I got it. Still downloading though.
Okay, good shit. All right, Lily, I'm sending it out again to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Refresh.
I must have typed something wrong into your email.
Exhibitor rules, regulations.
Yeah, there's 3 pages. So wait, let's wait till Lily gets it, and then we'll take a look at each one.
Sunday.
I just got it.
All right, good shit.
Now, but before we do this, do we have confirmation, or do we have anybody like knows that we're planning on doing this, or?
Well, the thing is, like, okay, let's open up page 1 first. Street Fairs page 1.
Okay.
Let me know when you guys got it open.
I'm open.
Mine's still downloading.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's open.
All right.
Is it just all the dates?
Yeah, you see on the left here, you got all the dates, and then next to that, you have the cities, and then the prices for craftsmen, artists, retailers, people that are selling food, and nonprofit organizations. So if we can apply to get into one of these events as a nonprofit, it would be $60. So all 3 of us to pitch in $20 and we'll be good. We'll buy a space. But what I wanted to do is figure out what would be the best date for you guys to do, because there's it's like a whole year schedule. We could do multiple events, if you guys are up for it, but we would have to apply and see if they approve us. I'll do the applying and stuff like that, but I wanted to run them by you guys to see what dates would be good for you.
Well,
I can't do anything until May.
Until May?
Yeah.
Okay.
well, wait a minute. I have a question.
Yeah.
What is it that exactly? Can you just repeat that again? Like
Which
what?
one?
So you said, okay, the date and the city, and you
Yeah.
said the price was what per
Yeah,
space?
there's a price to get. Yeah, there's a non-profit organization. It's $60 to get a space. It's basically like you rent out a space where you put all your shit, all your merchandise or whatever, and you're there for the whole day.
And it's a street fair.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna get like a cubicle or something like that?
Yeah. Well, you get you get your own table and stuff like that, but you gotta bring your own chairs.
For $60.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bless people with TVP as they walk by and shove them in the cubicle.
Well, no, it's not a cubicle. It's just like let's see. If you go to page 3, there's a little picture of it.
Is it just like tabling? Like you just have displays and stuff?
Yeah, you got a table, and if you open up Street Fairs page 3,
Okay.
there's information on here too, And there's a little picture there, and that's what it looks like.
But what I'm trying to say, what do we want to do once we get this cubicle and once we get all this?
Once you get your table, you get your chairs, you sit on your end, people walk by, that you put up TV posters, merchandise, like we could burn DVDs of lectures, movies, booklets, have it all out on the table. People walk by to ask us questions. What is this nonprofit organization about? It's basically you go there, you network, meet people, get your ideas out. We'll have business cards. It's going to be very interactive because there's going to be a lot of people there. A lot of these events are always sold out.
Do you know what kind of crowd it draws? Like how many people come and who it typically is?
It depends on the town. Like some of the towns are real nice. Like Westfield is very upscale.
Mm.
So from what I gather, they try to pick towns where they know that the artists and craftsmen and retailers are going to make money, where people are going to buy them. So I think there's going to be a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is there going to be a lot of people are usually there every year?
What's that?
Are there usually a lot of people there every year?
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, I've never been to one of these. I'm gonna go and check it out, see what it's like. But I imagine it's different in each town. But like it says on here, like if you want to participate in this thing, you gotta book your space quick because it always sells out. So I imagine that these events are very popular in those towns, and they're like in the area where there's the most shops and the most people gather.
Okay, well.
Red Bank is a really nice city that I'm familiar with, and so is Westfield. I've never been to Tenafly, Milburn. Highland Park is really nice too. It's big. Woodbridge as well. So I would say, any of those would work. We could plan. I think that we should plan this for sometime in June, if that's good for you guys. Like
You
June.
guys see me now?
Huh?
You guys see me now?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, I was having a hard. My girlfriend always messes with my stuff, and my camera was off. All right. Jesus. All right. Hello. Anyway. So yeah, the street fair sounds like a great idea. There's lots of people going by. That's also a great idea.
it's going to take some work on our part. Like, we're going to have to put together business cards for each of us. It's good to have business cards for each of us. People know our email, know how to call us if they want to get involved. So basically, what the objective is to pull people in, get people interested about the Venus Project, and possibly get more people to volunteer and help out with different things.
What's going on with this thing now? What are we gonna do once we get the people that are walking by? We drop a net on them and we'll drag them into the cube.
Nah, I don't think it works like that. I think it depends. It depends on if people are. You have to have a nice setup. So like the way we present ourselves can't be sloppy. It's got to look good. We got to look professional. Like we're trying to look for a serious organization. Like, we're trying to present something here, and people are going to come by and talk to us. We can try to stop people, walk around, converse with other people, but we don't want to be intrusive.
Mhm.
So that's the way I imagine it works. Like, you guys ever
It
been
might
in
be a good idea. It might be a good idea to try and hit one of the other ones first to like see what it looks like and see what catches your eye and like what kind of crowd it is and you know what I mean? Or even check out.
I got that plan.
Huh?
I'm gonna go this Sunday. There's one. I'm gonna go there this Sunday.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go scope it out. What it's like. There's one this Sunday in Red Bank. It's like pretty close to me, and then so I'm gonna go to that one this month to see what it's like, and I'll let you guys know. But it's definitely an option for us to do. We're gonna have to apply for it beforehand. So I think June gives us a nice window to prepare things.
Hey Tom,
We get approved. What's up, Stu?
I thought you liked the idea of having a meeting up in Spring Valley where I had that place. Whatever happened to that? You were pretty enthused about that, and all of a sudden, like, found this place in New Jersey. Almost like if somebody gave you the idea of, hey, let's go. Because New Jersey is.
No, this is separate. This is not the meeting in New York. This is actual street shit we could do.
Oh.
This is not like we're not there to meet as a team. Like we're there to like meet as a team and like.
I wanted to bring about members to have a meeting with members and educate people about TVP and in a more private, more like a study group. Like a meeting where we could study about TVP and get familiar and learn about TVP and stuff like that. So
yeah, I hear you. Yeah, this is separate from that. I'm not saying I'm not going to do that.
We could do a screening if that's the case. That cubicle, we could just do a screening in that cubicle. Let's say, for example, we have. This is This is about sharing ideas.
It's not a cubicle though. It's outside. You gotta remember, it's not a cubicle. It's outside. You have a table. It's rain or shine. Like if you ever been to a street fair or you ever been to like an event like that, it's basically like people got their own tables. If they're an artist, they're selling their paintings. If they're a craftsman, they're selling their crafts. If they're a baker, they're selling their cakes. If they're a retailer, they're presenting their goods.
Right.
And if they're a nonprofit, they're presenting their information on what kind of organization they are. So this is separate from us meeting in New York and separate from the movie screening.
I totally agree. Hear me out. I got an idea. I'm going to add to that. It's good. It's a good idea. I like the street fair thing. Let's do it. If you happen to get a spot that's enclosed, okay? If you happen to get a spot that's enclosed, that's waterproof, we can do a short screening. Like, let's say, for example, the Paradise or Oblivion, okay? Something short and sweet. We can go outside with posters, flyers, like you said, and we can put a little sign outside that says, next showing, 3:45. A 45-minute video or a 15-minute video. We sit a bunch of people down, we watch the movie, and we have a Q&A afterwards. Or if everyone wants to leave, they can leave. Want to sit down, you can sit down. You have questions in the middle of the stuff, we can pause it, we can talk about it, or we can wait. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Something short, a short little screen. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't have any objections towards it. I'm just wondering how we can make something like that happen. Like, since it is outside, there's not going to be, it's all outside. There's nothing inside. So it's all going to be out on the street.
Oh.
Like town square type thing. So
it's not an enclosed.
Yeah, so I was saying we could put up like a tent type thing, something, so that
We
if
could
it's
have, we could put together like some clips from Paradise or Oblivion or something, you know, like pick the most relevant parts and the parts that are most interesting to people, and just have that running on like a laptop or something on our table if you wanted to include a visual like that.
yeah, yeah. My only thing is how where would we stream those clips of those movies? Like how would we get um if it's outside, where are we gonna hook it up?
I mean, just have it charged and have like a
On laptops or iPads or something?
yeah, yeah. I mean, that wouldn't be like the main focus of the display. It would just be like another piece so people can see like what the cities might look like, or you know
Well,
what I mean?
Yeah.
here's a thought too now to keep in mind. I'm just saying something to keep in mind. If we're if we're going to be creating awareness and promoting technology, we can't be running out of batteries. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that someone's running back and forth, making sure that we have our equipment charged. I'm just saying.
Well,
So,
right.
You might get like a power strip or something, like depending on where you are.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Like, I gotta get more information. First of all, we gotta get approved for it,
Hmm.
and then we're gonna slowly start putting everything together. Once we're approved, we'll figure out the space, what we're gonna do, how big the space is gonna be, how we can utilize it, what we can have, what we can't have. But how do you guys feel good about that June 11th date?
What'd you say?
How do you feel about the June 11th day, a Saturday?
Um,
We could either do it then or August 20th in Westfield.
it's all gonna depend on what I get for work over the summer. So if I get an internship, I might not be able to take time off, but if I have a regular job, I probably could take a weekend off for it.
Okay, fair enough. So I'm gonna apply to get us in there for June 11th. That gives us like 2 months to prepare.
Yeah.
2 months and a half.
Yeah, I'm gonna apply for June 11th and August 20th. Those 2 days. But we can maybe do two of them during the summer, and we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys informed.
Now, what about? Okay, so now this not for nothing, Tom, but don't forget we were in the middle of planning that meeting before the centennial, and now we're jumping to making plans for this all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, we could do it all. You know?
Because we seem to be planning this all of a sudden. We were in the middle of something that I kind of started, and we didn't have Brian's input. It's just like you pushed all this effort I put into this meeting, and now, we were in the middle of writing a letter and everything, and now all that's pushed to the side. You didn't even ask us or nothing. Brian's not included, so we have to, that part we didn't even discuss as a team.
Okay, so let's forget about this then. Let's just.
I'm not saying forget about it, but Brian's not even here. He doesn't even know anything about this,
Well, that's not my problem. He's not here because he's late. He said 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? He can only get shit in. Look, I'm just dropping this thing by you guys as something to do, as something to do. I'm not saying fuck all the other shit that we planned. I'm saying that we can do multiple things at the same time. This does not. I'm not excluding the movie screening or getting together in New York or your place or
And also,
things.
I know, and we're all new to this, Tom. And I know you were here first, and we're all new to this, but there's a lot of times that you couldn't make the meeting either. We had meetings a lot of times. Everybody has a different schedule. I have it. I'm presently unemployed at the moment for a month. I got suspended for a month. I still have a job, but so I'm going to be around a little more. And even with a job, overtime, a relationship, and all kinds of fucking shit I got to do, I still made it I try my ass off to make it here and do things and stuff, and I know it's difficult because everybody has a different situation. I try my ass off to make it, and I try to help others to make it here. It's hard. I know it's hard, but whatever. I tried to go over there and do my best as I could, contribute to what I can too. But Brian's not here, You know, I think your idea is great too. I think my idea is great too. I put a lot of effort into the email.
But look, Julio, I don't know for some reason you keep making this like distinction as if like I'm trying to like all the stuff we had planned, like I'm trying to like not go with that. Like I never said that. Like I'm presenting additional things that we can do. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to undermine what you did beforehand, like all the work that you put into trying to put together the meeting in New York. This is something separate.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
You get what I'm saying? Like if you're not comfortable with going forward with this, you're gonna wait until we take care of the first meeting in New York and all the emails that we sent out and the movie screen that we want to plan. That's fine too. I just think that this street fair event is running year round, so it's something that we can plan for the future and have the movie screen, have the meeting in New York, and have the street fair thing all planning over all three of those things at the same time. Dig?
Yeah, I'm flexible, man. I'll do whatever. I just, you know. Oh, we still have to follow up with Dr. Moskowitz with that thing too. That's been taking forever too, you know. And he's you know, he's still waiting on that stuff too. And I'm bitching. I know everybody has a hard time too. I could have done. I was gonna do one today, and I couldn't even do one. I had to do two around the house. I know everybody has a tight schedule. You know, you're a student, and you know, it's difficult. Zane's going nuts with the email too. Zane, the other POC for Georgia. You know, it's very hard to find time. But I do like the idea of the street fair. It is a great idea. And I think we should get a little 3D printer somehow and bring it to the street fair and do little TVP keychains and give it to people who spoke about TVP or something like that. Because there's 3D printers available I was going to invest in one just to do little minor things related to TVP. You know, something like a memorable keychain or something that you were there. You know, but brainstorm and do stuff. You know, I support Venus Project pictures with people like this. You know, take pictures. I support Venus Project and maybe
we could use that for social media too.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But
Post pictures of the pages and stuff.
Even as people pass by and we talk to them about it a little bit, let's say they accept it or they like it or they believe in it, say, hey, you might want to take a picture and post it on Facebook or whatever, or you know, do something like that. Anything to create awareness, you know.
All right, man. So that's my bit, you know. And Lily, do you got time to stick around? You talk about the other stuff, or you gotta flip?
What else?
How much longer is it going to take?
Well, we also want to talk about the other things that we've been planning, like Julia said, with the emails you've been sending out, trying to get the first meeting going in New York and the movie screen.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear that. That was muffled.
Oh, I said that originally we worked to send out emails to people that had contacted us, like supporters, and we're trying to put together a meeting in New York. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Hey Tom, what do you think about having some kind of somebody to record? Well, I guess we don't need somebody to record the minutes because we're kind of actually recording this. So if anybody wanted to refer to it, all they would have to do is play it back. So yeah, forget that idea.
So Julio, you were thinking at the weekend to have the first meeting?
Yeah, I do actually have a place in Spring Valley, New York that I'm kind of fixing it up, and you're welcome. Anyone's welcome to use it. If we have a meeting, we can have a meeting there. It's a place with a bathroom, a kitchen, and you can sit comfortably and have coffee and discuss topics, play a game of chess, and relax. You know, you can have a meeting and you know have snacks or whatever. You know, it's a formal type of setting. It's my place. It'll be my effort to. My contribution to a meeting if you want to have it. It's not there to. It's not a party house. It's a place where we can have an intellectual gathering to have a meeting, a formal meeting, a semi-formal meeting. Not, in other words, it's not a suit and tie office type of thing. It's a place we can have a formal meeting. So, between members who are zeitgeist.
Okay, so you know what I'm thinking? Why don't we figure out what date we want to go with, and then take it from there. Send all that whole database of emails that we have. Send out that date and see what replies we get.
For right now, I have a draft in the email box of the NewYorkActivism.com, and all you have to do is put in the date and the time and the address.
Okay.
And I guess instructions on how to get there somehow. We can always Google that. But the thing is that the email right now, I guess there's a big problem with the emails, with our email servers across the whole world with the TVP right now, something like that. So they're in the process of straightening it out. I guess if we emailed each other, it's locally, I guess it's okay, but I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with it. They're in the process of revamping and redoing the whole email thing for the Venus project. So where they are, some volunteers are working hard at it, and it is soon to be fixed. But I think for the time being, you can look at the box. It's in,
How do you guys feel about trying to get that meeting going for the end of April, like April 30th?
That sounds great.
Okay.
I can't do April. That's my finals week.
Oh, you can't do that?
No.
All right. So how about?
Would this be in the city? Because I might not be able to make it to the city.
It's actually closer to New Jersey. It's up in Valley, right by, where Ramsey is? Ramsey, Spring Valley, Nanuet, New City, that area.
Lily, you live in New York or Jersey?
I'm in upstate New York.
Hudson Valley.
Okay. Well, how about the first week of May? How's that work for you? May 7th.
May 7th. Hold on, May 7th.
Again, it all depends on internships or jobs. So.
Okay, well, if you can't make it in person, maybe you can join us over the Google Hangout.
May 7th.
Yeah.
Not available then. You can join us Google Hangout. Maybe.
Yes, it's up in the air for you. So I say let's do it for the first week of May. Let's try to do it May 7th on a Saturday. So Lily's not gonna have tests or whatever anymore. So she might be able to make it if she doesn't have work or whatever. And that gives us a few weeks for everybody to get these emails, to respond, and figure out if they're gonna be able to come or not.
In the meantime, if anybody has any suggestions, ideas they want to share, questions, because we have to continue to, build this team. We're a team. We're to build it. We have to create an infrastructure. Until we, obviously, nobody's in charge. We're a team. Together, we have to, create the infrastructure and organize and branch out, grow.
Yeah, if we do anything smart, we plan things ahead of time, we'll be able to have the team meet up in New York, the movie screening, and the street fair, like all before the end of August. We can do all those things. And I think that's going to be really successful if we can do all three of those things. Like if we have the meet up in New York at the end of the first week of May, that leaves us like a month before the street fair, and we can either try to put in the movie screening before then or have the movie screening after the street fair sometime in July.
Hey, there's a good I gotta tell you something in advance. There's a good possibility that I may go there's a good possibility that I may go see the POC in Chile or Argentina, because I have a pending trip that I have a a ticket credit that I have to use before June. I have to be back this way on July 23rd and have to use it by June, something like that. So I have to be in that area. I will be probably maybe flying there. So I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone, and I'll visit the PLC in Argentina, which is Fabricio. I might go visit him. So I met him at the Venus Project.
All right, cool.
So I might go visit him down there. They got a big chapter down there. They're doing big things over there. So I'm gonna go see them. And I might get some ideas from what they're doing. I'll take some notes and I'll bring them back here and we can do the same.
Okay, good stuff. So, all right. So we agree then, right, about the May 7th date.
Yeah, I can shoot for that.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, you already got a draft of that in the email box, right?
Yeah. Do you want? Well, I guess I'll have to ask you that later. Brian, I just have to update Brian, or we can watch this video.
Yeah, dude. Look, Brian couldn't make it for whatever reason. You know, he got a kid, he got wife, and all that, so he got things going on. So we could send him the video, and if I can just give him a call, he'll give me a call. I'll tell him what we talked about. So, but I think that we have the date of May 7th, and once you send out that email, the next meeting that we should have is just talking about what we're gonna do at the meeting in New York. So really, even if you can't make it, chime in on how you think we can present things, what we can do at the meeting, what kind of conversations we can have.
Wait, so we got May 7th is what you want to do May 7th?
Huh?
May 7th is what?
May
For the
7th,
meeting?
the meeting in New York, the one that at your place.
You want to do that May 7th?
Yeah.
May 7th at 10 a.m. I have a. Hold on, what day is that? May 7th. May 7th, 10 a.m. Is that a Saturday?
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
What time? Because 10 a.m. I have a doctor's appointment.
We're not gonna do it at 10 a.m. I'm thinking.
No, I have a doctor's appointment at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'm saying we're not gonna do it that early. I'm thinking like somewhere around 4 or 5 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yeah, so that makes it comfortable for people to get there.
I'd shoot for like 2 or 3, so it's not like dinner time.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, unless yeah. Whatever you guys come is fine with me. Whatever you guys.
Let's do two.
We gotta see if it's all right with Brian, and then we gotta see how many. Well, that's what we got from the results from that survey. That's what we got, right? Sunday was the best day. I still have it over here. Yeah, the best day was. Oh, it's in the email. It's in that email that we put, right? Let me see if I can bring it up. It's in the New York email. I'm gonna bring it up. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna minimize this. And let's see if I can stick it to you guys. I don't know right now.
What did you say? The people said in the survey Sunday was the best day for them?
I'm gonna see if I can put it on the clip it on the what do you call it? On this text. Copy paste. All right, let's. Okay. One second. Copy. What do you put? How do you open up the link box? That the message box here. Okay, hold on. So here's the letter, right here. There. Can you read that? Oh, wait. There. That's the letter. You see it?
Yeah.
So just fill in the blanks. Or modify it as you see fit, or change it. Really, I don't know. You're in school, so you're probably good at this. Um, I've been out of school for a while, so anybody feel free to enhance as necessary.
When I make the Google Doc, on the 6 points, we can add in like information on the meeting and the street fair and the screening, so we can kind of like write in different ideas on that. And you could also copy and paste that to the Google Doc, so we can all look at it and add or edit or whatever.
All right. Sounds awesome.
All right, I really gotta go. I have a ton to do.
Okay.
All right, just keep the letters separate from the points, because that's gonna be for the document.
Yep, we can just add it on a different page. Yeah.
Okay, study hard.
All right. Thanks.
Later.
Good night.
Bye bye.
All right, man. Good stuff so far.
All right, Tom. Hey, I hope I didn't come off too strong there. I didn't.
No, I understand your worry. I don't want you to feel.
Everybody goes through different things. I don't. You know.
Yeah, no. I just want you to understand that I didn't want to come off like, oh, fuck all the other shit, you know, because you worked hard sending out emails. So I was presenting this as something additional. You know, I just want you to understand that. And I feel like since we have this very big open window with the summer coming up, we can definitely try to to get all three of these things done.
Yeah. Yeah. The centennial was you know, took up a lot of time, and that lecture I had to do was driving me crazy, man. You know, so I took up a lot of my time too.
Yeah.
You know, we did me and Brian did a lot of meetings, and I kept trying to reach out to you. I said, where's Tom? And I knew you were doing study groups too. You know, I know you do study groups too. That's why I said, well, he does study groups, so, you know.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna try to be, definitely more involved now that I got some money coming in, because you know how it is. When you don't got money coming in, you got all this pressure on your back. It's hard to focus on anything.
I know. I've been there. Right now, I'm gonna have a little more time because I got suspended from work, man. And then I neglected my health. I fell asleep at the wheel, and I was going. Lucky I was going like 2 miles an hour, but I rear-ended this guy's car with the company truck, and I fucking, you know. So I got diabetes. I gotta go. But I've been spending too much. Even my girlfriend's like, you know, I've been spending too much time with the Venus Project, and she's like, she's all for it and stuff. She supports it, but too much time with the Venus Project, man. Brian's got the same problem with his girlfriend. You know, Zane got divorced because of the Venus Project. Too much time on the fucking Venus Project. Women, they're getting upset. You know.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna.
that's nice. That's the way it is, you know.
It's the way it is when you're trying to make a difference. It requires a lot of time. I'm here trying to read stuff. You know, I got my own stuff to read for my job, and it's hot. Not enough time during the day, dude.
You got to make sure that you get your sleep and you keep things balanced, because you don't want to affect your health. You know?
I just stopped broadcasting. So we're gonna stop broadcasting?
Yeah, you can start.
I'm gonna stop now.